In my last video, I said that Tuesday, today, was going to be an important day. It would tell us whether or not um, the cartel had lost control and um, whether gold was going to get develop enough momentum to give us an early test of resistance, which could then produce a sustained breakout. Well, the evidence is now in, and the cartel is still fully in control. So we are not going to see a breakout in the metals during this intermediate cycle. Um, the hit came pretty early this morning, um, and granted, yes, the dollar had rallied, but nowhere near enough to uh, trigger this massive collapse in gold back below the 200-day moving average. So I'll say this now. I think it's hopeless to try and fight the cartel. I think you want to avoid miners like the plague. They are going to be attacked repeatedly. Now this intermediate cycle is going to advance, but it's just going to be um, it's going to be suppressed the whole way up, and it's going to be a real war to make any gains. Uh, um, I suspect um, we probably are going to have 11 to 12 weeks of the advancing phase of this intermediate cycle. And the best we're going to be able to hope for is maybe we get to this 1960-ish resistance zone somewhere around week 11 or 12, and then gold's going to roll over and come back down again. So, um, like I said, you don't want to trade miners at all. You probably it's probably going to be next to impossible to sidestep the what is sure to be continued attacks. Um, so the only trade I think anyone should make here is just buy and hold physical silver. Ultimately, you're going to be rewarded, even though you're not going to be rewarded with a breakout and a move to $50 during this intermediate cycle. Eventually, you will. And physical silver is going to be much easier to hold and a lot less frustrating uh, than watching these attacks over and over to keep metals suppressed. So a trader really should have some realistic expectations for this intermediate cycle. It's going to be a war all the way up, and I think I can say with a great deal of confidence it's not going to go above 1960. There's no guarantee it's even going to get to 1960. I think that's probably the absolute max that it might achieve, and it's going to take all of 11 to 12 weeks to get there, and then at that point you can expect price to roll back over and give us another 2-3 months of frustrating decline.